We have an incredible resource here in Florida, one of the largest collections of springs on the planet. I've run into a lot of Floridians who don't know that they have this excellent resource right here for them. In other countries, other places in the world, you're not allowed to go into the springs and swim. So it's a privilege that we have here. I would prefer us not to lose that privilege.
This is the highest concentration of springs in the world. So it's really important that we protect it just for that fact alone. There are a lot of them that you can find if you Google them, but if you're walking through the woods along the river's edge, sometimes look for a spot where all of a sudden the water is clear, or maybe there's a part where the land kind of tucks in a little bit and you can find a spring popping up out of nowhere. You can see how it's kind of bubbling a little bit. The rest of it is flowing downstream, but if you find, we call it a boil, if there's water being pushed up out of the aquifer, it creates a little boil and you can see the disturbance of the water is much different. And so it's always our favorite thing to come out and try to find the new ones that we've never seen before, ones that no one's ever told us of. Kind of feel like Lewis and Clark exploring the wilderness. As the co-founder David and I started to explore Florida and found a lot of these springs, we were blown away as how beautiful they were, but we were also disappointed in the amount of trash that we found.
We went ahead and we got some volunteers together to help this start gathering more and more trash on a bigger scale.
Kings of the Springs, or KOTS, is a completely volunteer-driven nonprofit organization that is helping to educate the public on many issues facing our planet and also getting the public engaged in ways to help solve those problems and help fix those issues.
We're seeing blue, crystal clear water there, but that's also not just a swimming hole, that's our drinking water. And all these springs, as far as we know, they could all be connected underground. All the tunnels head out towards each other. We're finding new routes between springs all the time. We depend on the health of that water. For every home, the university, all the people who draw from that water, residential use, agricultural use, we all depend on that stuff being healthy.
Yes, our logo is a dive mask, and yes, most of our videos and stuff are underwater, but we will do anything that's conservation-based to protect the environment. So we do underwater cleanups. That's really important. It's one of our most fun events that you can do. We also do ground cleanups. And then people can, hopefully in the future, we'll have educational events where people can come.
Even though these places are still beautiful today, you can go back 20, 30 years and you can look at some of the pictures of the springs from back then and you're gonna see more fish, more plants, cleaner water, more water, and we want to help people understand why. Anywhere that there's trash, we're interested in finding it and getting it out of there. The bigger the better, the more fun for us to tackle big things like docks, broken down scooters. We pulled vending machines out of the water. So the more big ticket it is, the more fun we're gonna have getting it out of there.
90% of our drinking water comes from the aquifer, but there's no real major regulation to control how much we're taking. So people just take as much as you want. We need to be much more careful with how much water is actually being pulled out of the aquifer. Pollution is a huge problem for the springs, and that's something that we're working physically to try to stop, but also with our educational videos to try to encourage people to stop trashing the springs and the rivers. A lot of fertilizer on your lawn, that's one of the major issues, because that water, when it rains, runs from your lawn into that little drain in the road, which eventually goes to a stream or a river. It might end up in the aquifer and eventually in your tap. If we don't stop pollution at its source, then we're literally poisoning ourselves.
We've done cleanups here, Rum Island. We've done them in Ichitucknee, throughout some state parks on land, throughout the areas surrounding some of the rivers.
Yes, we love being out here in the water, but more than anything, we love capturing the experience and putting it online, because then we can get more people to enjoy it with us. And the more people enjoy it, the more people will care, the more people will protect it with us. So our media is a really important part of what we do. It's either goofy, or it's beautiful, or it's funny, or it's just outright tongue-in-cheek ridiculous. And when people start watching this, they start to learn. So we have a Facebook page, an Instagram page, YouTube page, and we make sure that we put fun content out there that gets people engaged.
We recently released our rap video, which it was really tongue-in-cheek, it was really funny, but it also, if you look at the lyrics, put the subtitles on, it's got a heck of a lot of really good springs conservation information. You can go to kingsofthesprings.org, all types of information about where the water comes from, where's the water going.
You can sign up for our newsletter, or you can look at our calendar and see what upcoming events are going to be happening soon. If there's anything that you need to know about Kings of the Springs, it's that we want to have fun, but we want to have the community join us.
The problems facing our planet are pretty immense, so Kings of the Springs doesn't always work alone. They are partnered with the Florida Springs Institute and Current Problems Florida, and they're willing to work with any organization that wants to team up and tackle these issues facing our environment.
We're constantly making business partnerships with organizations who are really excited about the springs and want to help us in our mission to clean them up and preserve them and teach people about them.
Anyone that does anything for Kings of the Springs is an unpaid volunteer. So not only do we need more people to join us, but we need donations. And the best way to donate is you'll see campaigns pop up on Facebook and Instagram, but also you can donate on our website, kingsofthesprings.org. And that's a good way to help if you're not necessarily wanting to jump in the water, but you believe in what we're doing, please donate, because that's a really huge help to us.
The public volunteering their physical time to get out in the water and clean up trash. The sense of accomplishment that you see develop within them once they're able to get out there and, take action on the things they're passionate about has really been one of the huge impacts that I've noticed.
If we find events around the Central Florida area where we can set up a booth, well, we'll do that. Sometimes we'll have volunteers that are knowledgeable about the springs come out and join us at those tents. People need to learn about what's going on, need to learn about the springs and water. When you learn more, you start to care more. And when you care more, eventually you start to love something. And when you love it, you'll be willing to protect it. Explore, inspire, protect. That's what we do. Thanks for learning about Kings of the Springs. We'll hopefully see you soon. Let's dive in.